Okay, we are live. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. We got a couple people on right now, and yeah, I hope everybody has a good weekend too. Welcome, Sun Goddess Ari, uh, Humbly Complex. Welcome to the show. Um, I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. I hope everybody's enjoying their Friday. I know I am. This is a Friday I don't get off much, and being that I'm finally getting some time off from my job, it's really awesome. Uh, I usually get Sundays off, and my other day floats around, but I'm actually getting. I got Friday off. Hey, Corey, how's it going? I got Friday off, and I've been mandated Saturday. But I get time and a half all day, so that's all good. And then I got Sunday and Monday off. So I'm going to be doing live streams this weekend. And I love coming on YouTube. I love doing live streams. I need to make some videos. I haven't made videos in such a long time. And I guess because it's just, I did get some sleep. I've been tired. And a lot of these videos, when you watch me, you can see, I'm kind of tired. I'm, and I do work a lot of hours. And I got 10 years to go, and I'm just trying to push it because, I just want me and my wife, as we go in the golden years, to be financially stable to where our kids or grandkids don't have to help us out. Don't want none of that. We want to be self-sufficient. And we will be. We're pretty good financially, but I'm working hard these last 10 years because once I hit 63, I'm gonna say 63, I'm done working. That's it. It's going to be about me and my wife and traveling and doing our thing, and we're already starting to do that. Now that our kids are grown up and moved out, it is pretty much me and my wife. And, it's an awesome thing. I mean, we do miss our kids, don't get me wrong. Throughout our marriage, me and my wife and the kids, I mean, it's been a blessing. You can't even, it's been just awesome. Anyway. What women want is never really surprising. How they get there. Okay. All right. I was just reading one of the comments. I just want to welcome all of you to the live show this Friday. And I just want to say hi to Sun Goddess Ari, Humbly Complex, Corey, Carol. Good to see you. And everybody else watching, I want to welcome you to today's live. And, some things I want to talk about. And if you've seen the title, it's why women are the best choice, perception over reality. And we all know that the way the media, the way that people present things isn't always reality. A lot of times it's the total opposite. And thinking about that, I was thinking about Black women being the best choice. And I believe Black women are the best choice. And here's why. And it's not just because I have a bias, I have an attraction to Black women. It's not because that's my preference, and it is. And am I thinking I'm biased? Yes, because that's who I want to be with. That's who I married. That's my life, right? So I'm probably biased in that way. But if you look at stats, and you look at the most educated group in America, what is that? Is it white men? No. Is it Black men? No. Is it Asian women? No. It's Black women. I mean, they're the most educated. And some would try to dispute it and say, okay, well, no, they're the most enrolled. Okay, in order to have the most degrees, you have to be the most enrolled, right? Even if they're just enrolling to take some courses, they're better than themselves. But we all know that Black women have the most degrees. And right now, they're starting up the most businesses. Here's a stat, a recent shows that women initiate 84% of divorce. Okay, that's probably true. But we can dig into that. Why do women initiate the divorce? Is it just because women don't appreciate their man? Is it because women, or is it because they're being abused? Is it because they're being mistreated? I mean, divorce is a horrible thing, I think. And regardless who initiates it, it don't end well. And sometimes divorce has to happen. When it comes to adultery, when it comes to abuse, whether it be physically or mentally, there's times you got to get out of that marriage because you can't live with abuse. And, I mean, sometimes it has to happen. I honestly, I wish it would never happen. I wish divorce, but who initiates it, does it really matter? It happens, and it's not a good thing. And I think a lot of times we get into marriages and we don't vet the people. We don't know who we're getting married to. All we know is they're attractive and we love being around them. But once we got to live with them, once we got to build life with them, it ain't always the same. You used to watch Soul Train as a kid, Corey? Yeah, I did too. I love Soul Train. But here's what I think, that Black women are the best choice. Okay, we could go in the educational thing. Okay. And I've heard people say that your degree don't matter. It's some YouTubers. It don't mean nothing. And I would say this, I love my wife, and she had college, she had education, but if she didn't have that, I would have still married her because I love her. That ain't a reason just to get married because they have a degree. No. But a degree is valuable. A degree is important. And it does matter. Some YouTubers will say it don't matter. It does. Because what's that say? That says that person's trying to better themselves. That says that woman's trying to improve, striving to create a better life, striving to, move up in the, economic situation, or even in the corporate, life. That shows that there's character. You're trying to improve. And the best thing a human being can do is try to improve. Man, woman, regardless of race, that's what we should be trying to do, is always improve. Because the better life we live is the better life our kids live, our grandkids, and so on, all down the generation. I mean, it is what it is. But Black women lead the way in education. I mean, you can try to spin it any way you want. You can look at stats. It's truth. It is what it is. Black women lead that way. Now, let's talk about loyalty. Black women are the most loyal people on earth. And when you talk about marriage, race loyal, they're the most loyal. And I don't think they have problems with other people, other races. They're just loyal and by nature. And women that I've dated, Black women, and then my wife, they are loyal. And if they have love for you, I believe Black women are most loyal people on earth. Okay, biblical principles are vital. Marriage is success because if you apply daily and be willing to communicate, then divorce. Yeah, I agree with that. You got to work at your marriage. And if we took marriage seriously and put in the work and put our spouse above ourselves, I think there would be so much less divorces in our country and the world and society as a whole. We'd be more successful. Okay. But I'm just saying, Black women lead the way in education, right? Okay, you could say, well, I'm not looking for a wife that's educated. I'm looking for a wife that's loyal, submissive. Black women are the most loyal. Okay. Submissive. Okay, the Bible says that women are supposed to submit to their husbands. Yes, that is true. But here's the thing. The Bible also tells us that women are a treasure. And men are supposed to protect their women, their families. They're supposed to be the provider. So, and I believe that submission is a natural thing. And if the man's doing what he should be doing, taking care of his wife and kids and doing the best he can, the woman's going to submit naturally. I believe that to be true. But if you're not living right and you're not putting your wife first and you're stepping out of your marriage, of course she ain't going to submit to you because it's all jacked up and corrupted. But yeah, women are supposed to submit and men are supposed to protect their families. And that's perfect love. The woman submits to the man submits to God. And once you do that, both people, the man and woman, are going to give their 100%. And guess what? You get the most out of each person. And Black women are the most loyal. And I'm not just talking marriage race loyal. They're the most loyal to the person they love. Black women have a big heart. I believe they have the biggest heart amongst all women. I've learned that 90% of modern women want the power and benefits of a man, privilege, entitlements of a woman. Okay. But I believe Black women lead the way in that aspect. Now, you could say, okay, your wife's Black, you're biased. That's your preference. And yeah, you're right. I am biased on that because ever since I was 5 years old, Black women they've got my heart ever since I was 5 years old. And just the interaction, and I talk about the babysitter I had, I talk about in church. When I was a little boy seeing young Black girls, and I thought they were pretty, and there wasn't no, and when you're a child, you're not thinking about, getting with them or the body shapes or none of that stuff. You're looking at stuff in a pure way. I mean, you see someone that's pretty or beautiful. You just see it. And, I believe children, they haven't been corrupted with sin and corruption yet. So they see things in a more pure way than we would as adults. And I've seen the beauty in Black women when I was a boy. And I wasn't looking at their body and lust or, any kind of desire. I just thought they're pretty, they're beautiful. And, as children, we gravitate to people that treat us right? But anyway, I always believed that Black women were the best choice. And yes, I've been attracted to them the way they look. But when I got to really know Black women, when I started dating, I fell deep in love with them because I seen some qualities. Is there some corrupt Black women? Most definitely, sure. There's corruption in any group. But from what I've experienced and what I've seen, I believe that's the best choice. And, looking at it right now, interracial marriages and interracial relationships are growing at a pretty fast rate. And give it 10, 20 years, 30 years, and, interracial dating ain't going to be, it's going to be such a norm, we ain't even going to be talking about it. And the standard of beauty is going to change, in my opinion. Yes, white women is the standard of beauty because most men are married to white women. and their wife is always the standard of beauty. But I believe that's going to change. And there's been studies that white men and men of other races would love to date black women, would love to have relationships with them, more so than black women are willing to step out. And when I got married to my wife, more people, more of my wife's so-called friends and family were trying to discourage her from marrying me than my side of the family. Much more. And black women date now. It's not up to it's not up to us whether black women are able to date out. It's up to black women, because black women are more desired than black women desire men of other races, and that's true. There's been statistics that have proved that. Doing surveys, and yeah, people I guess could lie, but if you look at that, I mean, but black women are the best choice. They are to me, and and it's not just how they look, but they are beautiful. That always caught my eye. But the characteristics they have, the emotions, the spirituality. You can't compare spirituality to a black woman. I mean, I think they got that hands down. Their loyalty, their heart. I mean, and there's other women that have big hearts and that are good women. I'm not saying there's not, but I think there's the best choice. And right now, if you look at stats, black women are being sought out more than ever every day. And you can say, oh, okay, they're the least picked, but why are the stats growing? Why are more people going after them? And why do we see in social media more white men or men of other races telling you how much they love black women? That should Brown Bunny, thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you so much. But black women are the best choice. They really are. And I'm going to tell you, when I've dated, yes, I've been kicked through the curb by black women. And, but I've seen the ones that have the quality. I've seen the ones that actually, once they care for you, I mean, they're always loyal. They're always there. And, and there's just looking at my situation, I've been married over 27 years, and my wife, and I tell you this, she's never told me where she wants to live. She always asks me, where do you want to live? Where do you want to go? When I was in the Army, she would say, okay, and her thing is she wanted to make me happy more than she wanted to make herself happy. And that's a beautiful thing. But when you look at statistics, when it comes to black women and white men, their marriages are lasting. They're lasting more than any other interracial group. And why is that? Is it because white men are awesome? No, I don't think so. I think the black women are the true blessing, and they're awesome, and they're holding it down. And us as white men, we see the true beauty. And you know what? Once we see true beauty, a beauty that comes from God, we can't steer away. We can't get away from it. In fact, we don't want to. And people always ask me, they said, you know what? How do you still have feelings with your wife, for your wife, when you guys are as old as you are and been married as long as you have? And I'll tell you this, because I see the true blessing. And if you look at stats and everything, you look at my family, I've been married more than more years than anyone in my family, except my dad and stepmom. But I there ain't no other marriage that's lasted longer. And if you look at it statistically, black women, white men, or men of other races are lasting more than any other group. Why is that? And when black women say they're going to date out or date up, actually, us as white men are dating up. I mean, we're leveling up. They're not. They're already a blessing. I think on our end, we're lacking. It's just black women, just got it together. And, what's that? 90% of kids will go to the mother. Our government is structured family, low processed children. Fathers, let that sink in. Okay. Oh gosh, thanks, Believe, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. But black women are the most beautiful women on earth. I've always believed that. And growing up, when I was, black women got my heart when I was 5 years old because I understood the beauty, I understood the love, and and as a child, you see the purity of it. And, there's no other women I ever wanted to be with. And people would tell me, you know what, they don't like you. Most of them don't want nothing to do with you. But you know what, that's fine. Because I'm going to find that one that wants to be with me. And that's been my mission from the time I got married. And, I've been blessed ever since. And me and my wife just celebrated our 27-year anniversary. And a lot of men I know that are married to black women are happy. And if you look on it on YouTube, look at these videos with black women and white men, or men of other races, Asian men, Hispanic. They seem to be happy, right? And that ain't just a show, it's reality. You know why? Because black women, they have a big heart, they're loyal, and they're committed. And you can see it within society. You can see them getting degrees. You can see them starting business. You can see them always trying to improve. You know what? When I married my wife, she didn't sit back and let me do the work. She was always trying to improve herself and myself too, even though she didn't need to do it. Even today, when we got plenty of money, my wife's more worried about me and what I got than herself. And, that's where black women are. And I'm going to tell you, I believe that white men of other races are attracted to black women than any other race. I believe that to be true. And you'll say, oh, no, that ain't true. We've seen dating sites and this and that prove otherwise. Okay, if it's an all-white dating site to where it's mostly white people or, other groups besides black, of course, it's going slant the other way. But, coming through our history, every day, more people are seeking black women, right? Every day, the numbers grow. So, and now, I was talking to my mother-in-law, and, she was telling me, and she grew up back in the segregation days, and she's like 87, my wife's mother, and she tells me stories, and she would tell me that how she felt so sorry for white women, and I never understood it. Why would you feel sorry for white women? But she explained that white men back in the day would have black women that were mistresses, and the white women, because men dominated so much, just had to live with it. And I thought about that. I says, well, that's messed up, cheating on your wife. But it totally makes sense because black women are desired more than you even know, but society suppresses it. Society don't even go into it. And, and I look at it, and I look at like TV shows, I look at stuff that's going on, and, I look at the perception, the stereotypes of what the media portrays as black women to be, and they portray them to be loud, obnoxious, over sexualized. Look at some of the movies when you see Tiffany Haddish, and she's a funny comedian, but look at what are the images they're projecting of black women. But if you really get to know black women, it ain't that way at all. I mean, there's some out there that would act like that, sure, but the majority do not. And some people will tell me, well, have you seen that movie Scandal with Kerry Washington? And I love Kerry Washington. She's a beautiful woman, good actress and all that. But I never got into that because I don't think adultery is a good thing. I don't think getting with another man's husband or nothing like that. And I don't think that's what black women are about anyway. So I couldn't get into that. And look at another show, Insecure. How do they portray black women? Over sexualized again, and then they'll portray black men as lazy, sitting on the couch, while you're working. And I don't know. I don't think that's a good look. So I can't get into that show. And then there was another one with and Issa Rae. I like her. I think she's a good actress, but I just can't get in that type of stereotype. Degrading a certain type of woman that I have love for. It just disgusting to me. And then you look at, there was another show I watched, me and my wife watched. It's called Mary Jane with Gabrielle Union. And, I like her too. She's a good actress, beautiful woman, but it shows black women in a negative way, over sexualized, having an affair with men, not being married. And, why is the media showing this type of stuff? Why? I mean, the black, and maybe it's just where I live, but the black women I see are nothing like that. The black women I see are professional black women, making ends meet, being successful, married, having families. Some are interracially married, some are not. But I haven't. I see more of a positive than the negative that the media is trying to pursue. But anyway, I mean, I can rant all day, but I think black women aren't getting a fair shake, and we're showing a perception instead of reality. Black women are the most loyal, there's no doubt. Black women are the most loving, no doubt. They're the most beautiful, no doubt. And a lot of white men like me believe that. But a lot of them don't come out and say it like I do. I'm not afraid to tell the truth. I'm not afraid to tell you how I feel. And you can research my life and everything I say on YouTube. And people have researched me from how much I make to how long I've been married to my wife. But everything I say is the truth. And everything I say is what I believe to be true in my heart. And, black women is the best choice, hands down. Right now, they're the best choice. They're the most educated, most loyal, most loving. And in my opinion, the most beautiful. And, I'm not afraid to say that someone that don't look like me is beautiful. I'm not afraid to say that someone that might not choose me as much as another group is more beautiful. I'm going to say it. I'm going to be truthful with it. And why lie about it? I mean, I've went through life and had a preference for black women, and I would tell people that all women are beautiful, and they are. And, I just like women. But truth be told, I prefer black women, period, end of story. That's my first choice. That's my only choice. And not to put anybody down. I mean, everybody has their preferences, but that's my opinion. But when I look at stats, Why is it that black women can marry white men and have a successful relationship? It's not us as white men that are making it happen. It's black women, because of the people they are, because of the loyalty they have, because they're loving, because they put you first. And I've experienced this. And you can say I'm full of it, I'm just talking crap, but I've been married over 27 years. And my wife's always put me first. And I have to really look at it to make sure, I do stuff for her, because if I didn't, it'd be all about me, because she puts me first. I meant to say that Tyler Perry movie. Okay. But, for some reason, society paints stereotypes on people, projects people in a certain way they're really not. And, I like to see movies where they do show black women in a position where they're making strides, where they're members of a board, where they're, just doing great things in corporate America, which they really are. Goldman Sachs invested $1 billion in black women businesses. Why would they do that? It's not a PR thing. It's because they know they're going to get a return from it. And I married my wife, and I've gotten a huge return. I've gotten a good return on my investment. I got a wife that loves me. I got a family that loves me. I got kids that are educated because my wife is, because, it shows a good example. And I'm going to take a little credit because I've worked hard to take care of my family. But, black women are the best choice, and I believe that. But anyway, I just don't like how media and how other people try to spin it to make a group look bad. And when it comes to black women, a lot of times the media is trying to spin it to where they look bad. And I'm like, why? And I've seen black men talk about black women like they're not so great. Like, all this is just something that don't exist. And I've seen other black women put black women down. And sometimes I'm like, wow, I'm in the twilight zone. But, black women are the best choice. And you know what? My wife, if something ever happened to my wife, and I pray to God that I go before she does, but if something were to happen to her, I would never marry again. And if I did, it would be a black woman of my age. But I wouldn't marry again, because God gave me the perfect wife. And us as humans are not perfect. But for me, she's perfect. For me, she's a blessing. And, I've been blessed all the way. And, I just want to say that. I want to tell the truth. I believe black women are the best. I believe they're the most beautiful. I believe they're the most loyal. I believe they're the most successful. And stats actually support what I'm saying. The stereotypes don't, but stats do. And numbers don't lie. Look at the numbers. Anytime you want to see truth, look at numbers. Mutual respect is the key ingredients of any relationship. Yes. White men, black women. Yes. And that's what me and my wife got. We respect each other. We love each other. We put each other first. And, black women are so beautiful. And I think about it, and I look back when I was a child. I look back when I was 5, and I seen the beauty in black women. I seen the value of black women when I was a boy. And when I grew up, I really seen the value of black women. And I'm not talking looks and body structure and all this other, and that stuff's great. Yeah, I think black women lead the way in that too. But the most important thing is the people they are, the character they have. And they're making it happen, and with less resources than any other group. I mean, it is what it is. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that black women being the most educated ain't true. Tell me that black women being most successful in businesses right now ain't true. Tell me that black women being the most loyal ain't true. And I'll call you a liar because the stats don't lie. And you know what? And that's why I chose black women. That's why I prayed to God for a black wife, because I seen the true beauty. I seen the blessings they bring forward. And now I'm living it. Now so many times I think about my life, my wife, my kids, and I get emotional because, not because I'm an emotional guy, but because I've seen how God has blessed me because of the choice I made. And but anyway, I just wanted to make this video, and I just want to just hammer away at perceptions and the reality. There's successful women in all groups. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that other women that there's anything wrong with them. I'm just looking at numbers, and I'm looking at my experience, and I'm looking at what's going on. Not what the media says, not what people's opinions, but what I see in today everyday life, what I see in numbers when I look at them. And there's going to be a shift. Right now, the tide is turning. Right now, things are changing. In a society we live in, it's okay to approach black women. It's okay to, want to make a black woman your wife. And a lot of white guys are going for black women. A lot of men of other races have expressed how they feel about black women, and they're gravitating towards black women. Why? Is it because of the excitement, because they're different, because they want to experience? I mean, that could be a little bit of it, but you know what it really is? It's that black women are displaying success in all areas. When it comes to loyalty, when it comes to love, when it comes to improvement, education, loyalty, I mean, hands down, they win. If you look at numbers, hands down, they win. I mean, every individual's different. And there's good and bad in every group, but look at the numbers. If you look at it collectively by numbers, black women are winning the day. Black women are the best choice. Black women, I'm just saying. And, people say, well, that's what you think, that's what you want. But reality, look at the numbers. Numbers do not lie. But anyway, I'm going to get off this a little bit. Here recently, I've gotten an awesome blessing. And, my daughter came down and visited, and her husband, my son-in-law. And we had a good, visit. It was a blessing. And, I got to see my 5-year-old granddaughter, and, that's always awesome. And, I'm doing some work in my backyard. My house, me and my wife bought it about a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, but I'm still working on the backyard. We got a big backyard. I planted grass. I've done a little bit of landscaping, but I'm working on our yard slopes upward, and towards the back, you can see like the city down below. And my wife wants me to build a patio up there, and I'm working on it, and doing it little by little. And then when my granddaughter came in, my daughter and son-in-law announced that my daughter's pregnant, and there's a new grandchild coming, and me and my wife are so happy, and my daughter and her husband are happy, and my granddaughter, she was kind of upset because she wanted a little brother, but they found out it's another girl, so she's going to have a little sister. So she's happy about it, but she had her heart set on a little brother, I guess. But talking to my granddaughter, she's like, and she calls me Papo. That's what she calls me. She said, "No, Papo." And I told her, I said, "I'm going to put a playhouse in the backyard for you and your baby sister." And she says, "Yeah, Papo, you need to do that." And I want to do it. She picked out the place where she wants me to build this thing. And, we went out there and she helped me water the yard. And, she spends time with me when she comes and visits. I do some yard work, and that's what I do. I mean, when I bought my house, my wife picked out the house. I just picked out the yard. But, that's, that's just how we do things. But she was out there with me, and she was picking out this place where I'm supposed to build this playhouse. And, I got plans on going to build a patio, build this little playhouse to where they can play out there. And, I even got it set up to where I've even bought this stuff already, but I just need to build a patio. And she's got a little mailbox and a little barbecue grill. Well, she's played with that before, because when I barbecue, she comes out there and, while I'm cooking, she plays with her little barbecue grill. And that's just, a grandfather and a granddaughter, things we do. But I mean, that was a blessing. I got another grandchild coming, and I'm ecstatic. And, I see the blessings coming forward. And through my kids and grandkids. And you know what? And I would like to take credit for this, but you know what? The credit that I would take is I chose the right wife. I chose a good wife. And, all this stuff I said about Black women, my wife has those characteristics. And you know what? I chose right, and I'm reaping the benefits. Of course, I had to put in some work, but gosh, my wife's always been there for me, always been there for the family. And, my daughter chose well. She chose a good man to be her husband. And I'm just at awe. And you know what? We didn't live in what society thought we should do. Me and my wife got married because we love each other. Me and my wife put each other first. And you know what? We're reaping the benefits. And everyone in my family can't say they chose better than me. And they picked white women that are just like them. They picked their own women, and they did it societally right. They did it, the way society should. I was the one that drifted out, and I was the weird one that chose the Black woman. But guess what? I have the most success. So try to tell me that Black women ain't the best choice, and I'll call you a liar, because I got firsthand experience, and I got 27 plus years of marriage, and my kids are all educated, and my grandkids are doing well. So you tell me I made a bad decision because I didn't stick with my race. Because you know what? It's not the race, it's the character. And Black women have the character right now. And Black women are the best choice right now. I'm just saying. But anyway, I'm just telling my life story here. But so true. And Black women are the best choice. They're a blessing. Black women are beautiful. And you know what? Some people say that, and I've had people on my show that said, Black women carry the Eve gene and created every group of people. And I don't know about that, but you know what? I have so much love for Black women. I pray to God it's true, because, I love them so much. And, it's because they've shown me love as a boy and growing up. And, Black women are the best choice. And you're going to see more men pursue Black women. And it's going to happen. Things are changing. The tides have changed. The winds are blowing a different direction. And the standard of beauty is going to be different years to come. Mark my words. Look at it 20 years and tell me if I'm wrong. You might think I'm crazy now, but I see a trend. Um, I see things going different ways, but we'll see. But if you look at it statistically, it's shifting. And what group of women is doing the best right now? I'm just saying, look at the numbers. And if you think I'm full of crap, research it. And if you do, you'll find out that what I'm saying is true. But anyway, I know I've rambled on for quite 45 minutes. Oh my God. And I haven't invited anybody to come up. But I had a lot on my mind. And right now, it's an emotional thing. We got a new grandchild coming. And I'm so excited. Oh my God. And yeah, every time me and my wife had a child and grandkids, it's always been a blessing, and I always look forward to that. And before me and my wife, we talked about it before we leave this earth and go into eternity. We'd like to see our kids and grandkids do well. And people have told me, the haters, okay, you're interracially dating. What are your kids going to look like? Don't you want them to look like your grandparents? I'm like, no, I don't. You know what? I could care less what my kids look like. You know what I care about? Is that they're loving people and they're successful. Bottom line, that's what I care about. But anyway, if any of you guys want to come on and join me and talk a little bit about this, stats concerning Black women, the perception versus reality. The link's up there if you want to come on and talk a little bit about it before I close out. You can. But, that's my truth. And, when I tell my life story, you know what? I'm the everyday white guy. I grew up in a white neighborhood. I grew up with a white family. And, and I'm okay with that. I'm happy for being who I am. I don't think there's nothing wrong with who I am. I'm happy with me. I love myself. But growing up, I've had interaction with Black women as a boy and through my life, and I've seen a blessing. God has opened my eyes to how much of a blessing that Black women are. And it's affected me from when I was a boy till now, until the day I die. And Black women will always have that special place in my heart. And, it's just because I opened my eyes. I see the truth. And, it's led me in my life. And I've been blessed every day. And like I said, that's nothing against anybody else. That's just where my heart is. And Black women had my heart at 5 years old and still do and always will. And my wife, Sandy's a blessing from God. And I'm just living the dream. And, I just couldn't be any better. Spoil those kids with getting them working around the house at 5 years old. Yeah. Get them fixing toys. Yeah, and I'm going to spoil my grandkids, of course. But, I look back on my life. I look back on my marriage. And you know what? The Bible when I look at the Bible and how it says that women are a treasure and how they're worth more than rubies or precious stones, there is nothing more true out there. And gosh, And I haven't done everything right in my life. I've done a lot of wrong, but one thing I did is I prayed to God for a good wife, and I got one. And you know what? Once I got my good wife, I thank God all the time, because I don't deserve a fragment of what I got. I'm just being honest. But, anyway, that's about it in a nutshell. And that's just my feelings. And, a lot of guys believe like I do. They believe that black women are the best choice. They believe black women are a blessing. A lot of guys won't say it because of the backlash they'll get, because of what people will say, because of trolls will come in and say hateful stuff. And I'm going to get some hateful stuff for what I said. That's fine. But I'm just speaking truth. And, I look at stats, and a quarter of black women are getting married. I would say, if that's true, send the 3/4 to my neighborhood. Send it to other neighborhoods, because you know what? Black women are such a blessing. If you don't want that blessing, give it to me. I've always competed for black women. And I didn't always win. A lot of times I didn't. But you know what? I got the one woman that has been there for me my whole life. The one woman that's my wife, and the one woman that loves me more than anything in the world. And I've been blessed the whole way. And, it don't get no better than that. If I was to go to heaven, and I know heaven's a awesome place, but with my wife, I've experienced a little piece of heaven on earth. And, but anyway, that's my thoughts. That's, and when I speak, I'm speaking from the heart. I'm speaking the truth. And, I just wanted to put that out there. I wanted to talk about that. But I'm going to close this here soon. Me and my wife, we're going to go have dinner, and I'm going to take her for dinner and a movie. We're going to get out and spend some time together. And, we're celebrating our new granddaughter that's coming soon. And I think my daughter said April. So, we're excited. I'm ecstatic. Oh, my gosh. But anyway, I got to spend time with my granddaughter, and she's excited, and my daughter's excited. My son-in-law, he's excited. And if you see a good-looking guy walking around Kansas City with being St. Louis Blues jersey, that's my son-in-law. But I give him a jersey. And but anyway, we had a good visit. It was awesome. And both my daughter and son-in-law are fans of my show. They watch it. All my kids watch it. They don't put their who they are out there, and I tell them not to. I don't want my kids exposed to these trolls and these people, people are doxing people out there. I know people have looked at my financial status, where I live, and all that crap. People are just stupid like that. But they come for me. I live out in the desert, in the middle of nowhere, and everybody in my neighborhood's packing. So, oh well. But anyway, I don't want to expose my kids to that. I don't want people coming after my kid because of the beliefs I have, and I don't think I'm controversial. I just, say I love black women, and I'm married to a black woman, and I'm blessed. That's about as far as I go. I'm not attacking nobody. But, some people don't agree with what I feel and don't agree with my life. The new James Bond movie, is that a good movie? I'm a James Bond fan. I like 007 and stuff, and I watched James Bond movies from the time I was a little kid, like back in the you know 70s and stuff. And I mean, I got almost all the James Bond movies, but I love James Bond movies, and no one's better than Sean Connery. Sean Connery was the best. Roger Moore was real good. He did it for several years. Um, there's been several Bond characters, but yeah, I'm a Bond fan and everything, and but anyway, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could talk my wife into seeing a Bond movie. She don't really like the new Bond guy. Um, she liked the last one, Pierce Brosnan. She liked him. Um, but this guy, she don't really. And I think they're going to use the next Bond guy's going to be the guy from that played Superman. I think that's the new Bond character. I know they were going to use that. They were going to have a black guy play Bond. I forget his name. He's from England, but and then they were going to put a black woman in there, but people had issues with that. But I don't know whatever happened to that. I think she's in one of the movies. Maybe it's the new one. Gosh, I got to get up on my movies. But anyway. Bond is a complete Chad. Okay. Yeah, but I love the Bond movies. I like the story, the fantasy thing, the secret agent that's, the women are always after, even the ones that hate them, trying to kill them, still have feelings for them. Yeah, I've watched Bond movies my whole life. I mean, but anyway, we'll pick out a movie tonight, and we'll see what's showing. I'm waiting for that new Top Gun movie. I know it was out, and then they took it back. With Tom Cruise later years on. I know when the Top Gun movie came out, what was it, 86? I was in high school. That was years ago. But I want to see the new one of that. Anyway, forget about trolls. Facts. Yeah, and true, Carol. I'm not really worried about trolls. Trolls are going to be trolls. That's what they do. I know I'm blessed. I know I made the right choice, and I know my family's blessed because I made the right choice. And no one can tell me I'm lying because I look at my life and how it's going right now. Nobody can tell me I'm lying. But anyway, Sean Connery is absolutely, yeah, Sean Connery's the man. I mean, I can watch those old Bond movies with Sean Connery, and that guy, he was the ultimate Bond character, I think. But Roger Moore was good. I liked him too. Pierce Brosnan was good, but he only lasted a few times, and I guess it's so physically demanding. The new guy, I mean, he's okay. I don't know. I mean, the series has been on for years. Yeah. Yeah, we'll enjoy. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, I'm going to put the link up one more time. If you want to come on and talk, if not, here in about 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and close out. I am going to go live tomorrow. It'll be a late night live Saturday because I got to work tomorrow. But I do want to go live again. And I'd like to have a panel if I could. I haven't really contacted no one to do a panel, but if you're interested in a panel tomorrow to talk about this subject, about society and how they project things according to reality, and with black women, it's just like such a stark contrast. It's just crazy. But anyway, guys, I thank you for coming on. Oh, there's April. Hey, April. How
Hi,
you doing?
Brent. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I just going live. I found out that we got a new grandbaby coming, so we're excited. And
I'm excited too. I hope she has an Aries baby in April. Is it going to be in the beginning of April?
I don't know what date in April. She just told me in April.
All right. Well, congratulations to her and
Yeah,
her husband.
yeah. So we're all excited, and my granddaughter's 5, so she's getting a little sister. She wanted a brother, but I don't know. She just wanted a brother, but she got a sister. But she's happy about it. We're happy about it, and my granddaughter, she helped me pick out a place where she wants me to build her playhouse out in the backyard. So I got to get to work. I got a project I got to do. But
Well, I look
anyway,
forward to you building it. You should definitely videotape it and talk about it when you build it.
oh yeah, I'm going to go out there and make some videos of my yard right now, and then as I landscape it, um, I'm going to show it because I got plans. See, I kind of live on a hill, but my backyard slopes, and towards the back, you could see over the house, and you could see the city below, the lights and stuff at night. It's pretty neat. So my wife's like, "Hey, why don't you build a patio up here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I should." So I got plans, and it's going to be 3 layers. At the bottom's going has grass, which I planted, and I landscaped a little bit on the bottom. But the middle is going to be a patio with like a fire pit, and I'm going to put my granddaughter's playhouse up there. And then on the top, we're going to have another patio, which looks over the house, over the city. And
Oh, you know what you should also add, Brent? A swing, an adult swing, so you and Sandy can swing.
oh, yeah, we could put that up there too. And then towards the bottom, how the house is, I want to do a like inflatable screen and get an outdoor projector and like watch movies like in the summertime outside.
Oh yeah, I've seen a lot of people in communities do that, especially during COVID that had birthday parties. They would have like a 70-inch projection screen and have movies and their lawn chairs and their popcorn and their grill. I thought that was really nice and
Yeah,
intimate.
yeah, that's what I want to do. And then my house is like it's on a corner because when we bought the house, we bought it before it was built. We picked out the land. We picked out a corner lot because it gives us the biggest yard. And the way the yard sits, it would be perfect for that. And
Are you
it's kind
gonna put
of,
are
huh?
you gonna put like fairy lights and stuff? You know how some people put like lights and stuff on their like steps, and are you
Oh
gonna
yeah,
decorate it like that?
yeah. I'm going to do that. I've got solar lights out there now that lights up the backyard, but I'm going to do that like along the steps and stuff. And so you have kind of like a theater. When you go inside a movie theater, they got lights along the steps. I'm going to do it like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then when it's warm, it'd be I just need to build the little sound system and outdoor sound system, and then have the screen. And it wouldn't cost that much to do that, and that would be really fun in the summertime. Just something to do. We can invite people over, do a barbecue, and watch a movie. And yeah, that's the plans I got. I mean, we've been living here a year. We just bought this house, so I've been doing renovations inside, and when you pick out a house, if you're married, the wife picks out the house, you pick out the yard. Anyway, that's
That's
our.
absolutely true because most men like the yard for barbecuing and that's their like personal space. So I look forward to it. I look forward to you doing some videos on building it and what you built for your grandgirl. Because I think grandbabies are awesome, but little grandgirls, I think your granddaughter, you're gonna have to do tea time with her, Brent.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? You're gonna have to get your fake tea on. You're gonna have to get the yogi tea. It's gonna
Oh
be
yeah. I've
fun.
already played tea time, and I bought. You know what? I bought so much Barbie stuff. Oh my god! With my granddaughter, I should own stock in that stuff because I spoil her, and it's funny because with Barbies, my mom played with Barbies. Um, my wife did, my daughters did, and my granddaughter does. It's one of those toys that I guess goes on forever. But I bought Barbies and I bought tea sets. Yeah, we do tea time.
Yeah.
We
It's
got to do
nothing
that.
like listen, my mom still kept my Barbie folding fun house.
Oh,
And I'm telling you, man, it was the dream playing with Barbie dolls. So yeah, it's like you can use your imagination and build your own life. So
yeah.
yeah.
And what's crazy now is they got so many different Barbies. I mean, we bought our granddaughter Barbies. They got like braids now, and
Oh yeah, they've made diversified Barbies
oh
and
yeah,
biracial Barbies, different melanated complex Barbies, afros, like you said, braids,
yeah.
twists. And they have the thing where you can put the extensions and the clips in it and take it off.
Oh
So
yeah, we
yeah.
got all that stuff. And she has her favorite Barbie because it's got a Barbie with braids, and she says, "Well, this is Grandma," because my wife wears braids a lot, so she identifies that Barbie as like her grandmother, and it's funny. But
It's
yeah,
good that she has dolls where she can identify different members of her family and friends. I think that's important representation with the toys and the things that you interact and play with definitely are important. So it's good that she sees your wife and some of the dolls and all of that good stuff in a positive light.
and it's neat. I mean, they, and then my daughter, my oldest daughter, I don't know if you remember the Brat toys, the Brat doll.
Yeah, I think they came out in the 90s and I kind of outgrew it at that point.
Yeah,
The Barbie dolls.
my oldest daughter was into those, and we bought all the dolls. We bought the car that had the radio. We bought the airplane, the winter dream house thing, and then she had a Jeep with the camping set. I mean, I bought all that stuff.
I like what Miss Carol wrote. She wrote that you're building a legacy. You're basically creating a legacy for your family. Like you kind of put me to sleep. I made my Beyond Meat burger and listening to you talk about your family. I'm like, man, this is a nice lullaby. But you are building the legacy that you want for your family. I think that's
Yeah,
awesome, and I think people need to hear that's what you do when you're family oriented. When you're married, you're building a legacy for yourself and your children and your children's children. So that's important. I think speaking on legacies and how you want to be remembered, how you want your children to remember you, how you want your grandchildren to remember you. Those things are important, and the things that you're doing, the things that you're saying, they're going to be able to remember and appreciate those things.
yeah, and me and my wife talked. We're in our 50s now. I mean, and years fly by. There's going to be a time where we're no longer on this earth, and my granddaughter and my grandkids, we want to put a good memory, family memories, and because when they're grandparents, and they will be, they'll look back on us and say, "Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember when my grandfather built this playhouse. It was so neat." And that's what life's about. We're only on this earth for so long, and if we could build a family and pass on a blessing, pass on something that they remember that they could pass on to their kids. And that's the important thing. And that's what life is, family and memories and stuff you can, latch on to. And I believe that helps them out when they have their families later on, you know. And us as people, we can pass on a blessing or a curse. Just depends on how we handle things. And I want it to be a good thing. Yeah, I'm trying to build a legacy. I want my kids to do well, and not just my kids, but grandkids and kids down the line, generations way ahead of me when they won't even know who I am. I want them to be successful.
Yeah,
Um,
you'll be on the wall. You'll be on the wall in a frame years later.
yeah,
You'll be talked about. And I think that's important. I do think it's important that you discuss after marriage, like you're setting the trend of what grandparents do. Like you're talking about you and your wife going out to celebrate the news of your new grandbaby. Does your wife spoil? Does your wife spoil the grandbabies? How does that
oh
work?
yes, oh yes, most definitely. We both do. I mean, Oh my goodness, yeah. Yeah, our kids are like, my daughter's like, dang, you didn't do that for me back in the It's funny. I mean, we did spoil our daughter, don't get me wrong, but it just,
Yeah,
grandkids are a new thing, it's like, um, well, they're just fun. It just,
yeah.
we can just bring them in, spoil them, and then give them back to their
Give them
parents.
back. Give them
Yeah,
back. Yeah, I like that perspective of it. I really do. I really do. Did you decide for movie day on Sunday? Did you
I didn't even think about it. The last one I did, it just,
yeah.
it was, oh my God,
I was disheartened because I really liked that movie, man. It was a good
it
review.
was, and I got that copyright claim, and maybe I didn't give enough credit to the
Mm.
owner of the trailer, but I thought a movie trailer was for everybody. I didn't know somebody owned the rights to it, but I was wrong that. I tried to delete the movie trailer to make it right, but I couldn't even do that because I would delete it and then YouTube would say you're good to go. And then the copyright would come back and it would come back. And then I was getting messages, like you got 7 days or to fix it and I wasn't going to risk taking the channel down over a movie thing. And it was a good movie. It was such an awesome movie. And it broke my heart because I was like, you know what? We had such a good time on that panel and people liked it, but I don't know, I just couldn't fix it. And I tried to take out parts that were copyrighted, like I did with the Bodyguard. There was a copyright claim because of the song that was in the trailer. So I just took that out and it was fine. But this one, I just couldn't fix it. And I don't know what was going on with it. I mean, but like I said, I didn't want to have the channel taken down over something silly like that. I mean,
I agree.
there's more important stuff we talk about than doing a movie. And I felt, it's probably best to do that. But I mean, I had a good time. I know everybody enjoyed it. The panel was great. The movie and see, I wanted to do movie scenes because it makes the review so much better than just us talking about it. But that stuff's copyrighted. Some people own the copyrights to that, and they're going to want compensation. And the money I make off YouTube ain't that much. I mean, I think I made $1.45. I mean, if they want that, I'll pay them, and they can have it. It just but I just couldn't fix it for some reason. It was such an issue, I couldn't fix it, so I just let it go. Um,
It still
but
doesn't take away from the movie review. It still occurred. It still was a positive movie review. So
Yeah, it was.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too. I enjoyed having you on there. Corey came on, Miss Know It All. We had a good panel, and it was a neat thing. I had a good time, and it's an awesome movie. And yeah, I haven't made one this week. We can do a movie review next week. I got to see what movie we should do. I know there was a few in there. I know Belle was one of them. Karina. What was the other one? I have to look up my thing, but
I know Lakeview Terrace was one.
yeah.
It's up to you. You know, it's what if you want to do the movie review and just talk about it and not show any clips.
Yeah,
It's totally
I,
up to you.
I think we'll do that. I'll just put like a picture of it, and then we'll just talk about it. And what I'll do is I'll just add it to the Sunday live show, and we'll just do it at the end. I don't know. What do you think?
I think that's an awesome idea.
Yeah, and then we'll just get a little bit about it, and then I'll let people come on and jump on if they want to jump on and talk about it.
Okay.
Paris Blues.
I never heard of that movie.
I haven't either. I have to check that out. Yeah, but you know, it's a blessed time for us. We're happy and we're excited. It's we're going to celebrate tonight. We're going to go to dinner and a movie, and you know, my daughter and son-in-law and my granddaughter, they left today, so it was kind of sad to see them go. And but yeah.
Are any of your out of your daughters or out of the two daughters you have, are one of them a daddy's girl or both of them daddy's girls?
Oh, they both are. Most
Aw.
definitely. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
They're my little princesses, and they still are. You know, when I take my granddaughter to Build-A-Bear, I end up having to take my daughter too. And
you better. Oh yeah, you wouldn't hear
right,
it.
I end up taking them both. Well, heck, I take my wife too. I mean, all the women of my life end up going. So
I love Build-A-Bear.
yeah.
So cool. We had my daughter had the Blizzard. I forget the name of it was like a Blizzard icy or something. She had the couch, and it was like Build-A-Bear is pricey, but it's
Yeah.
something where if you get them, you need to keep them because they're really great keepsake.
Oh yeah. I mean, I go in there. You know, the bear is what, $25, $30? Not too bad, but man, you have the accessories and the outfits. You end up spending like $200.
Exactly.
And I'm just like, wow. And
yeah.
yeah.
Have you ever had the Build-A-Bear birthday parties? Oh my geez, man.
No, I haven't had that yet. I mean, I've taken my daughters on their birthday and let them pick out a bear, but yeah, I walk out of there spending like a couple $100 on each one because you know, we don't go that much, so I let them. You know, when they were little girls, I'd let them go and just have fun. But yeah, it gets pricey, but they enjoy it. I mean,
yeah.
And my granddaughter loves it. I mean, gosh, and you know, when I did that video, how you're part of the process, and my daughters and granddaughter always wanted me to be part of it. Okay, well, what do you think? Should I get this outfit with it or that? Or I was like, well, like,
it's true. We do. We like, yeah, I remember doing that with my dad. And you know, he just, you know, shout out to those dads that entertain their daughters when they at a young age and we're playing with dolls.
Yeah. And I tell you, those things are designed to treat them to be grown women to where they love shopping. And oh man, I mean, it's funny because we'll go to like the mall, you know, when we're all together as a family. My wife and daughters, they love to go shopping. look around at everything. Me and my son are like, oh, okay, it's funny, but we have a good time though.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hop off because I know you have to prepare for your dinner and movie date with your beloved wife to celebrate your new grandbaby. I hope the baby's born on the 6th of April. That would be awesome. But the
Okay.
6th of April. But I hope she has an Aries baby. I wish her a very safe and healthy and happy pregnancy, and you all celebrate and dream about what you're going to do with this new grandbaby. I look forward to seeing the deck, the patio that you're going to build on future videos. So yeah, kudos to
Yeah.
you, Mr. Brent. What a great way to finish the new moon with this awesome news. So blessings to your family, blessings to you for standing in your faith and standing for what you believe in, and promoting family structure with man, woman, and child. I commend you on doing that. I commend you on remaining unwavered on your love for your wife, and encouraging other men as well as women to speak love into their spouses and to the ones they love. It's very important. So I mean, I would have went to sleep, but then I said, let me just come up and give you a shout out. But it was very
I
peaceful to
appreciate
hear
it.
you speak. It's very peaceful to hear you speak such positivity about your new journey as being a second time grandparent. So that's awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, it's a blessing. It really is. Every time,
Absolutely.
from our first child to, grandchildren, it's always a blessing.
It
A new
is.
member of the family, and I think we should all celebrate that because that's a blessing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is, Mr. Brent. And you enjoy your movie with your wife, you enjoy your dinner. Whenever you have your next live, I rock with you. So just let me know. Just post whatever you're gonna do, and I'll be in the chat doing what I do.
Okay. Yeah. Most definitely. I'm gonna go live late tomorrow, depending on how late I get off work. And then I'm going to do a show Sunday, and that's going to be in the day around the same time as this show.
Hmm.
Um, I'm just trying to get my weekends in because during the week I can't do nothing. I'm so busy
Right.
at work. So I try to do a live show so people can see my show and kind of get a feeling of
Yeah.
what I'm thinking and stuff I talk about, and because during the week I really don't have a lot of time. And my shows, if I do it during the week, it's late at night. So
Yeah.
I try to push it out on the weekend as much as possible.
Yeah.
But
Well, look,
yeah,
keep continuing to talk your shit, Brett. We need that.
okay,
Continue to talk your stuff, and
all right.
I enjoy your channel. I'm gonna hop off. Give Mrs. Sandy my love. Give your daughter and her husband many blessings, and you have a wonderful, wonderful night. Okay.
I will. Thanks for coming on, April. It's always a
Okay.
pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much.
Always blessings. Peace.
All right, thank you. Okay, well, that was April. Love April. Always love talking to her and stuff, and always a blessing. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to get off here. Me and my wife are getting ready to go to dinner and a movie, and thank you guys for coming on, and thanks for listening to me. And I hope that I could be a blessing. I hope that everybody understands where I'm coming from, and I'm just speaking my truth. I'm speaking from my heart. How I feel about Black women, how I feel about my wife, family. That's in my heart, and that's how I feel, and I like to share that. And some people disagree with my thoughts or how I think, and that's fine. But I just like to share that with you guys, and I like the cohesion with you guys. I like talking with people. And if any of you want to come on and talk to me on the show, we can do, jump on panels. We can do one-on-ones too. If you're interested in that, I'm always there for that. I love people, and I love talking to people. I love sharing my thoughts, my values, how I think. And, that means a lot to me. And coming on doing this live, it really means a lot to me. It really is. It's a blessing. And you guys coming on watching, your comments, and those of you talking to me, it's a blessing. And I feel we're like kind of a family. We're like in our own little community. And, it's a good thing. It's a blessing. But I thank you guys for coming on. And I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do a live after work. I shouldn't be working too late, so it shouldn't be a super late night live, but it might be a little late. But I'll be going live, and if you're not able to see it, you can catch the replay. If you want to come on and talk, you can too. I'm going to leave it open panel, so whoever wants to come on can. If you don't, that's fine too. I'll have a topic I want to talk about, and sometimes I get long-winded, and but I just want to share how I feel. I want to share my blessings and why I made decisions in my life that I did. And when I talk highly about Black women, it's because they deserve it. It's because I've been blessed by them. It's because I've seen the true blessing and the love. And that's the truth. I mean, the truth is the truth. And anyway, I'm going to have to go ahead and close this out. Thank you guys for coming on. And I enjoy having each and every one of you on here. And God's love to each and every one of you. And, I love you guys. You guys are a blessing. And I love making these lives for you and videos and stuff. And I enjoy your comments and stuff. And I'll see you tomorrow night. I'll go live. And then Sunday, I'll do one in the middle of the day. We'll have a Sunday live show. And, after this week, I'm not going to do a movie review this weekend, but next weekend we'll kick it off again. I'm not going to be uploading trailers and stuff like that. I've been getting in trouble with copyright claims and stuff. So we're just going to talk about it, but we'll tell you the movie and you can watch it. And I'll have an open panel where you can come on and talk about it. I'll leave that open to everybody. And, we'll have a good time. But anyway, I got to get going. My wife's waving me in, so we have a big night tonight. But thank you guys. Thanks for coming on. God bless you and your families. And I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I'll see you on it'll be a late night live, but not too late. It won't be too horrible. Anyway, as soon as I come home from work, get cleaned up, I'll go live. But I'll put it in the community chat, and I'll let you know the times. But anyway, thank you guys. God bless you and your families, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night, and God bless.